Colin, what's going on?
Well, I've got a situation. I own a small service-based carpet cleaning business. I'm an owner-operator. Started it about 3.5 years ago.
Very cool, man.
That's a whole other story. I got fired from a job, and I was tired of getting fired, so I started my own business, and it's been amazing. So
would you fire yourself, or have you turned into a pretty good employee?
For the reason I got fired was it was lack of performance in a sales job.
Yeah.
And I said, in this environment, it just wasn't the right fit for me. So I said, man, I need to start my own business. So I did it, and it's been incredible.
Well, good for you, man. All right, so you got a carpet cleaning business. Management has always been restructuring in your life. That's my Good Will Hunting reference. But now you got your own place, and you're crushing it. So what's up?
Yep. So I got a nephew. This is kind of the emotional concern I have, and because I listen to a lot of business books and tactical stuff like that of do this, do that. Here's a budget. Here's this. Anyway, I've got a nephew, 21 years old. He's coming out of prison of the last 3 years. I would love to help him out in some way to bring him on and work in the business with me and kind of be a mentor, if you will. His sister, or my sister, his mom and I are super close. And so she's just concerned for him, and I want to know, like, what's the best way I can help him, but also not jeopardize the integrity of what I've built, what we've built as a team and a culture here with my business. Because coming from a background of theft and burglary, I'm hoping that he's had a come to Jesus moment. But we're in people's homes, we're in people's businesses. They trust us with door codes and keys and all kinds of stuff that we've built a reputation for. How do I help him, but not jeopardize what we've built?
Sounds like you don't want to hire him, but you think it would help him.
That's exactly.
Okay. So hiring him would cause you to treat him with a little more scrutiny, with a little closer eye, with probably a little less of a leash than you do your other employees or than with yourself, which then would cause that relationship to strain further and a partridge in a pear tree. Is that fair?
Yeah.
So here, there's really two ways you can do it. Number one, when he gets out, you could sit him down and say, I'm going to take the risk of a lifetime because I'm going to gamble my entire thing on you. And you tell him what you just told me. 100% of my job is based on trust.
Sure.
There's a million different carpet cleaners, and I don't know if you guys are just if there's like a Michael Jordan of carpet cleaning, you may be it, right? My guess is, like, at the end of the day, the tools are the tools and the chemicals are the chemicals. It comes down to, do I show up on time? Do I leave this place? Do I do good work, obviously, but am I a pleasure to do business with? Am I fair and honest, right? All those things you've built up over the last 3 years, right?
Absolutely, 100%.
So sitting down and saying, you can take all of this from me with one stupid move. And I'm going to go all in on you and trust you. And he can say, I'm going to rise to the challenge. I've learned my lesson. This will never happen. I'm a changed person. So, Colin, I'll tell you this. I was a little punk thief when I was a kid.
Okay.
A punk thief. Okay? And I had some things happen in my life. I never went to jail. I never stole on a big scale or anything like that, right? I was always taking kids' baseball cards. I was just a punk, man. And, dude, there are few things that get me more fired up on earth than a thief now, than someone who steals.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay? Yeah. So I'm telling you that to tell you, I have had a change of heart, a massive one, and now I do whatever I can to make sure that level of integrity is whole in my life, right? Comically so, to the point that my friends and family are like, dude, it's just 14 cents. You don't have to take it back to the store. We're all getting back in the car. We're going back to the store, right? So I want to tell you, change does happen, right? People do grow. I wouldn't do this job if it wasn't for that. The other side of that is day 2 out of jail the day to start that? I don't know. You know him, right? The other thing you can do, besides sitting him down and being that honest with him and then going all in on him, which I don't know is a wrong move. I get from you that you don't think that's the right one, but you can do that. Or you can sit him down and tell him, You've got 6 months. You've got 1 calendar year. I want you to go work your butt off. I want you to show us, right? Not punitively. I want you to show us who you've become.
Yeah.
And then I'll be ready when you're ready. Or you can take him to lunch or to breakfast once a week and mentor him that way. Hey, how are things going? How are you? Are you plugging? Does that make sense? And you can pour into him in other ways instead of just, you've been fired a lot, right? You've had ups and downs in your life. You can talk to him about getting knocked down and getting back up, right? You've got a lot to offer him besides just a job. Here's my interesting question. What's your sister want you to do? What's she saying?
You know, she was very apprehensive. She said, "Hey," she started the conversation. "You can say no to this, but essentially, is there any way you can help?"
There you go.
And I said, and she's not looking for a handout. She actually called the police and put him in jail before.
Wow. Okay.
And so we're coming from a place where we're not afraid to beat him up.
Yep.
But in a good way. Like, look, if you mess up, like don't put our lives in jeopardy by your silly decisions.
You're not afraid to hold him accountable, which is awesome. He's blessed to have you guys.
Correct.
That's cool.
Correct.
What do you think the right move is?
You know, the suggestion you made was one of the exact suggestions I told my sister. I said, look, I love him. Like, I enjoy spending time with him as a young man. But again, that was 3 years ago.
Sure.
And so he literally is not even out of prison yet. Mm-hmm. But it's supposed to be in the next week or so. But anyway, with that being said, I told her, I said, look, he's got to show unless he's directly next to me, like in my eyesight, I will never send him on a job by himself for at least a calendar year.
Okay.
And if he messes up one time, like I've got to let him go.
Yeah.
And so, or like you were saying, like he's got to prove himself somewhere else where he's somewhere else for a full calendar year before I even bring him on and take him into people's homes.
How old is he?
He's 21.
21. So he's in the eyes of the law, he's a grown man. He's still a kid, right? And if he's been in jail for 3 of the last years, he's still a child, right? He had to grow up and learn some hard stuff, right? I would recommend having this conversation with his mom in the room. And you know what would be really great for everybody is for you to call out how uncomfortable this is for everybody.
Sure.
To let him know, hey, your decisions have potentially put a wedge between me and one of the women I love the most in the world, which is my sister. Because I want to help you, and she's desperate for you to get some help. But now, because of your decisions, we love you, but now I'm in a weird spot because my business is all based on trust. And so I'm going to lay out the boundaries here, 1 calendar year or 6 calendar months or whatever it is.
Sure.
You meet with me every other week for a year. You make a budget with me. Let me know that you are making good, solid decisions. You don't miss work at your new job. Dude, you're going to come on, and me and you are going to take over the world with our carpet cleaning business, right? But I'm going to invest in you, but I'm not just going to hand it out to you as you walk out because this is about trust, and that's what you got to earn back, right? And, man, I think by just laying it all out there, that keeps you and your sister from getting cross with one another. Because he's going to get out and it's going to be hard for him to find a job. That's the reality. And then she's going to start getting more frustrated with you and more frustrated with you, right? And this is just a way to clear that deck right away. Everybody's in the room. Sure. Everybody knows my plan is I'm going to stick to this plan. And then he's cool, you're cool. And he may say, dude, I don't want to work carpet cleaning. And you say, high five, brother. I'm still gonna have breakfast with you, whatever, right? But you're able to hold your head up high, put some boundaries in there, and let him know he's loved and he's connected, and a partridge in a pear tree. And my hope is, 2 years from now, you guys have the most dominator carpet cleaning business on planet Earth. Just you two rocking and rolling, right? That would be ideal. I love your heart, and I love not only your heart but your rational thinking. How do I best love him? Not how do I best just make everybody feel good really quick and then potentially lose my business, lose my sister, lose my nephew in the process, right? Good for you. Good for you. Let me know how this goes as y'all have that conversation as you move on down the road. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for him. That's awesome.